We'd like to invite you to watch the English news on the Essential Television channel of Đồng Nai Province. Ladies and gentlemen, on July the 30th, the Steering Committee for Anti-Corruption and Negative Affairs of Đồng Nai Province held its 30th meeting. Comrade Nguyễn Hồng Lĩnh, Secretary of the Provincial Party Committee, head of the Steering Committee for Anti-Corruption and Negative Affairs of the province chaired the meeting. The meeting heard reports on the progress and results of handling cases and incidents under the supervision and direction of the Steering Committee until July 2024 and the results of implementing Plan Number 35 dated February 13, 2023 of the Provincial Party Committee on implementing the content of the conclusion of Inspection Team Number 1 of the Central Steering Committee on Preventing and Combating Corruption and Negative Acts. At the meeting, the Provincial Steering Committee for Preventing and Combating Corruption and Negative Acts also heard a report on addressing cases and incidents under the supervision and direction of the Provincial Steering Committee, proposed to end the supervision and direction, remove them from the list of cases and incidents under the supervision and direction of the Provincial Steering Committee, and discuss the report and draft documents related to the inspection and supervision teams of the Steering Committee. According to information from the Đồng Nai Industrial Parks Management Board, from the beginning of the year to July the 30th, 2024, Đồng Nai Industrial Parks attracted an additional $1.021 billion USD in FDI investment and 2,913.8 billion Vietnam dong in domestic investment, of which 55 new FDI projects were granted with a total registered investment capital of $626.6 million USD. 68 FDI projects were granted capital increases with a total increase of nearly $395 million USD. In addition to FDI capital, 3 new domestic projects were granted with a total investment capital of 1,528.8 billion Vietnam dong. Up to now, 33 Đồng Nai industrial parks have attracted investment from 44 countries and territories, with 2,136 projects, including 1,494 foreign invested projects, with a total investment capital of $30,346 million USD, implemented capital of $23,062 million USD, and 642 domestic projects with total investment capital of over 81,900 billion Vietnam dong. Currently, the number of employees working in 32 Đồng Nai industrial parks is more than 590,000, including more than 7,000 foreign workers. According to the Đồng Nai Statistics Office, Đồng Nai's retail sales of goods in July are estimated at over 17,200 billion Vietnam dong, up 2.65% over the previous month. Accumulated retail sales of goods in the first 7 months are estimated at 120 trillion Vietnam dong, up 11.04% over the same period last year, of which the commodity groups with a fairly high increase over the same period are food products increased by 5.93%, garments increased by 11.43%, household appliances, tools and equipment increased by 5.87%. According to the assessment, retail activities in Đồng Nai province are quite vibrant. The Department of Industry and Trade of the province organizes many programs to connect domestic supply and demand, and closely monitors price developments of essential goods to take timely regulatory measures, ensuring balance between supply and demand, circulation of goods, and market stabilization. The Đồng Nai Province Traffic Construction Investment Project Management Board has just announced that 3 key traffic projects, including Biên Hòa City Central Access Road, Hương Lộ 2, and Vàm Cái Sứt Bridge, must be completed by the end of 2024. But due to site clearance and other difficulties, the schedule must be adjusted. Specifically, the Biên Hòa City Central Access Road project with Thống Nhất Bridge, many packages are behind schedule. The main reason is due to land acquisition problems. The contract implementation value to date has reached nearly 24%. Similarly, the Hunlo 2 project was scheduled to be completed by the end of 2022, but due to land acquisition problems, increased materials and so on, it had to be extended until the end of 2024 to be completed and handed over in the first quarter of 2025. The Vam Khai Sup Bridge on Hunlo 2, the main works have been basically completed, but the handover date also had to be extended until the first quarter of 2025. According to the authorities, the continued adjustment of the implementation term extension, prolonging the construction term, greatly affects the contractors. U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken and Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin have announced a $500 million military aid package for the Philippines, amid rising tensions between China and the Philippines in the South China Sea. We are allocating an additional $500 million in military assistance to the Philippines to boost the security cooperation with our oldest treaty ally in the region, Secretary Blinken said during a 2+2 dialogue with Philippine Foreign Secretary Enrique Manalo and Defense Secretary Gilbert Teodoro in Manila. He called the aid a once-in-a-generation investment aimed at modernizing the Philippine Armed Forces and Coast Guard. Secretary Austin said the funding demonstrates the U.S. commitment to taking bold steps to strengthen the alliance. This level of funding is unprecedented and sends a clear message of support for the Philippines from President Biden's administration, the U.S. Congress, and the American people. In response, Foreign Minister Manalo welcomed the U.S. ironclad commitment to their alliance. Our alliance is strong, diverse, and serves the greater interests of the region. In another development, speaking from the Philippines, U.S. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin said that war can be avoided between Israel and the Hezbollah movement in Lebanon, despite the escalating conflict between the two sides. We have seen a lot of developments on Israel's northern border and are concerned about the possibility of a full-scale war, Austin said. However, I do not believe that a war is inevitable. We want to see things resolved diplomatically. Earlier, the Israeli military said it has struck about 10 Hezbollah targets in southern Lebanon and killed one of the group's fighters. Tensions between Israel and Hezbollah have worsened following an attack that killed 12 people in the Golan Heights. Israel has blamed Hezbollah for the attack and vowed to respond. Hezbollah has denied involvement. Meanwhile, the United States has led a diplomatic effort to prevent Israel from attacking the Lebanese capital, Beirut, or major civilian infrastructure in response to the attack. You have just watched the English news on the Essential Television channel of Dom Nai Province. Thank you for joining us and goodbye.